Next standard is up. It's 4NF3 for numbers 11 through 15 on the Unit 3 Math District Test. Understand a fraction a over b with a greater than 1 as a sum of fractions 1 over b. Okay, what does that look like? It looks like a problem such as this one. Math grade 4, Unit 3, 2019-2020 practice problems 4NF3 number 11. Select the answer A, B, C, or D that makes the inequality true. What is an inequality? This is an inequality. By inserting this word right here, true, that means 3 of these are false and 1 works. Now there's a lot going on here, believe it or not. For instance, we have a mixed number, we have a whole number, and then we have a fraction. Let me repeat that again. Mixed number, because you have a whole number and a fraction, greater than, unknown number, whole number, fraction. I'm going to write it over here nice and big so we can see it all. 1 and 5 over 6. This is a mixed number. Why? Whole number, fraction. Is greater than unknown, we'll say fraction, or mixed number, or improper fraction. Plus 1, which is a whole number, plus 1 over 6, which we know is a fraction. Okay, so we have all of these different problems, and we need to put this into the unknown number box. We'll do it one at a time. Now, when you are adding or comparing fractions, notice when we're comparing, unlike the last 5 problems where we just did the butterfly, this one, there are more numbers over here. Whole numbers and fractions, another one, so there's 3 different ones. So let's compare these by getting a common denominator for every single one. But more importantly, we're going to change this into an improper fraction, which is this right here. Here's how an improper fraction works, and I'll write it over here. You take 6 times 1 plus 5. 6 times 1, I'll write it down here so you can see the steps. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 5 is 11. So 1 and 5 over 6 is the same thing as 11 over 6. Let me write that one more time. 1 and 5 over 6 is equal to 11 over 6. Which you can't see because it got cut off. No, this goes right there. Sorry about that, and I'm not going back and recording this again. Okay, so now that we know that, let's do this. We have 11 over 6, which is 6 times 1 plus 5, 6, 11. So that's that, is greater than, and now we put 2 over 6 plus 6 over 6. 6 over 6 is the same thing as 1. Plus 1 over 6. Notice how we have a common denominator for every single one. When you add fractions, get a common denominator. 2 plus 6 plus 1, 8, 9. This is 9 over 6. 11 over 6 is greater than 9 over 6. This is true. Wow, the very first one and we're right. Just in case, let's check the other ones. Let's do the next one. 11 over 6 is greater than 7 over 6 plus 6 over 6 plus 1 over 6. Remember, we have a common denominator for every single one, and now we just add. This one's by itself, this improper fraction. Let's look at these. 7 plus 6 is 13, 14. All of this is equal to 14 over 6. 11 is not greater than 14. This is false. So to make that pop out, look, 11 is not greater than 14. That's false. Let's just keep this process going down the line. 11 over 6 greater than, this time we put 12 over 6 into the unknown number. The rest stays the same. Remember, this 6 over 6 is the original whole number 1. Any number divided by that same number is always 1. 12 plus 6 is 18, plus 1 more is 19. So all of this is equal to 19 over 6. 11 is greater than 19. No, we know that is false. Just like the previous one. Will we get 3 false? Let's find out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's check out, oh, the last one, they just want you to put a whole number in there. So again, 11 over 6 is greater than, this whole number, 1, is equal to 6 over 6. Right away, I'm just going to put 6 over 6 plus 6 over 6, just like we did for that one, plus 1 over 6. All of this added, we have common denominators. Notice for every single one, we want common denominators. That's this standard. Get them to common denominators when you are comparing an inequality. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13 over 6. 11 is not greater than 13. So once again, this is false. So when you are taking a test, if you do find the answer right away in the very first choice, you still need to go through all of the other ones. Because what if you still made a mistake in this first one? False, false. Okay? Look at all of those notes. This is 8 minutes and 47 seconds long. We had a lot of academic vocabulary in here. Improper fractions, mixed numbers, fractions, inequalities. Make sure you are familiar with each one, how they look, and how you can solve them in any given problem. I found with students just going from mixed numbers to improper fractions, from 5 over 6 to 11 over 6, this right here takes time, takes practice. And then going the other way, changing the improper fraction and putting it into mixed number, which means you need to know how to multiply and divide. So keep learning those math facts. Do not forget to go back to the other problems. It's critical that you go back and just do a quick review your notes, create your own practice problems. Otherwise, you will forget this information unless you apply it in your own life, which most of the time you are probably not doing this problem on the side outside of the classroom, most likely. Okay? So that's it for number 11, the first one for standard 4 NF3, number 11. Take those awesome notes. Bye.